Hey everybody, welcome to my channel, Permission to Live in the End. I wanted to stop by today to talk about something that I was thinking about based on a question that I was asked by someone regarding, because I had created a post on Facebook where I was explaining how I was able, how I was able to begin working a part-time job making full-time money. And someone asked me, how long did it take you? And it sent me into this whole process about time. And I wanted to read something to you first, like I usually do. I want to read a quote by Neville where he says, "Man is such a slave to time that if after he has appropriated a state of consciousness, which is not now seen by the world, and it, the appropriated state, does not immediately embody itself, he loses faith in his unseen claim. Forthwith, he drops it and returns to his former static state of being." I'm going to read that one more time. Man is such a slave to time that if after he has appropriated a state of consciousness which is not now seen by the world, and it, the appropriated state, does not immediately embody itself, he loses faith in his unseen claim. Forthwith, he drops it and returns to his former static state of being. So whenever I'm asked the question, how long did it take you? My first response to an individual is never to ask someone else how long it took them, because how long it took me or anyone else outside of yourself has absolutely no bearing whatsoever on how long it's going to take you. That's the first thing that came to mind for me to respond to this question. But the other things that came over me with regard to how I was able to manifest working a part-time job making full-time money was that once I was so clear that working a part-time job making full-time money was what I desired, and I could feel that outcome, and I was already existing in a state of being as if this had already been fulfilled, I was already in that state. And because I was already in that state of being, my answer to the question was that I believe it took over a year, but it really wouldn't have mattered how long it took. And the reason that it wouldn't have mattered, and I can barely comprehend, remember anything about how long it took, is because from the time that I decided and was clear about my desired outcome, I abided in that state right in that moment. And from that moment on, because I already existed in the state of being, there was actually no time between abiding in the state and the manifested outcome. And there was no time that existed. I don't have any recollection. I don't have anything inside of me where I can reach into my being and assess time as a relevant and important factor, because it wasn't. And the reason it wasn't is because I was already abiding in the state. If you're already abiding in the state, then you're already there. And there is no time or distance between the desired outcome and the manifestation. So I just wanted to stop by and share this, because the other thing that came over me regarding this is I have thought about this over and over again. And the question that comes to mind for myself, and therefore I know other people, is what is our level of commitment to something called time, to the fact that we perhaps believe something has to take a long time. There seems to be this inherent aspect of ourselves that when it comes to something that, and this is why Neville talks about abiding in the state as if already fulfilled, because it eliminates this inherent commitment and commitment, marriage to time that we seem to have, that we are functioning in, but we're unconsciously aware of. It's as if as soon as we say that we want to do something, and there's the difference between wanting to do something and abiding in a state of being as if it's already fulfilled. So if you want to do something, then automatically there is an inherent space and time that is assigned in a subtle, subconscious, unconscious awareness type state that exists within our bodies and causes us to function as if something has to take a long time in order to come into being. Or if you're a process-oriented person, or even if you're not, something inherently within inside of you is saying, there's a step 1, and then there's a step 2, and then there's a step 3, and then there's a step 4. This process type thing is something that is inherently a part of us. I would venture to say, and I'm going to guarantee, because I'm going to guarantee that if these things exist, if there is something going on in terms of you believing something has to take a long time, or you getting into and trying to work out some type of process, you are not in the state of being. How do I know that? Because when you are already in the state of being as if your desire has already been fulfilled, you're already there, and time has just been erased. There is no time because you're already there. So I just wanted to stop by and talk about this. And I want to see just real quick, is there any other portion of the information I was reading from Neville? Hold on just one second. But if not, I'm going to go back. So, okay, Neville is saying we have all cataloged the different days of the week, months of the year, and seasons. By this, I mean you and I have said time and again, why today feels like Sunday, or Monday, or Saturday. We have also said in the middle of summer, why this feels and looks like the fall of the year. So he's saying this is positive proof that you and I have definite feelings associated with these different days, months, and seasons of the year. Because of this association, we can at any time consciously dwell in that day or season which we have selected. So we have the ability to just get rid of or abide in a state of being as if something has already been fulfilled, because he's saying we even have control over the timing of something, because if you're believing that you don't have control over the timing of something, recollect, or not if you believe you have control, but he's saying that we have cataloged that information. It is inherently a part of who we are as human beings, that we have cataloged what timing feels like. We've done it based on days of the week. We've done it based on seasons. We've done it based on times of the year, because we're always saying this feels like this or this feels like that. So inherently there is something, inside of us that has cataloged time. And what I am saying, or my experience has been with relation to what Neville is talking about, is that if you are already in a state of being as if something has already been fulfilled, time is erased. There is no time. So when this person asked me, how long did it take? I can barely recollect how long something took, because I was already there. And even though it did, in the 3D reality, I'll just call it take time, someone outside looking in would say that took time. Inside of myself, I have no recollection of that time because I already existed in the state of being as if my desired outcome was already fulfilled. I was already working part-time, making full-time money. So I just wanted to stop by and share that with someone who might be just thinking about this and pondering, this idea of time that we can be married to without, conscious awareness. Everybody, thank you so much for stopping by. Click the like button and click that subscribe button, and I will see you on the next video. And I look forward to your comments. I love it when you comment. Thank you so much for that. And also, I want to say welcome and thank you to anybody who is a new subscriber to my channel. Thank you so much for taking the time to be here. Your comments and our discussions mean a lot to me. I thank you very much. So I will see you on the next video.